Canada has the highest number of donut shops per capita in the world, followed by Japan. Canada has about 5 times more donut shops per capita than the United States. The industry started expanding during the early 1990s when various franchise chains started opening branches all over the country. Tim Hortons is a Canadian fast food cafe chain that is famous for its donuts and coffee. Tim Hortons is the biggest Canadian quick-service franchise that has 4,846 restaurants in 14 nations. Tim Hortons had 4,592 restaurants in Canada and 807 in the U.S. by 2013. Jim Charade and Tim Horton, a Canadian hockey player, founded the business in 1964. Hortons partnered with Ron Joyce in 1967. Ron took over the company after Horton died and expanded it into a multimillion-dollar franchise. Tim Hortons accounted for over 55% of the donut shops in Canada by 1994. Currently, Tim Hortons is a subsidiary of Restaurant Brands International. Country Style is one of the oldest donut shop franchises in Canada. It was started in 1962. It is a chain of coffee shops that operate mainly in Ontario. Country Style opened about 100 shops within the first 2 decades of its existence, and by 1974 it was the leading donut and coffee establishment in Canada. Poor performance forced Country Style to close its stores in the western and eastern parts of Canada during the early 1980s. MTY Food Group owns Country Style. MTY Food Group purchased Mr. Sub and merged it with Country Style on November 1, 2011. Country Style is the third biggest donut chain in Canada, right behind Starbucks and Tim Hortons. Country Style owns over 400 donut shops in Canada alone. Robin's Doughnuts is a chain of fast food cafes that operate in all the Canadian provinces except Quebec. Robin's has over 160 outlets, and it was ranked as the 7th best coffee chain in the country by the Maclean's magazine poll in 2017. George Spicer and Harvey Cardwell started Robin's Doughnuts in Thunder Bay in 1975. Chairman's Brand Corporation took over Robin's Doughnuts in 2016 after they bought the Ofton Food Group, a firm that owned 241 Pizza and Robin's Doughnuts.